While it's good to rely on your contractor's expertise for some aspects of the project, it's very important that you stay engaged to ensure your project unfolds according to plan. From the time the first toolbox opens to the last time it closes, to manage your project, consider these best practices. Be sure you or a representative you trust are available or reachable while the contractor is working. Being able to quickly answer your contractor's questions can make a big difference in staying on schedule. Ideally, have a single point person to manage the project. Compare progress of the work to the schedule in your contract. Make sure you recognize what should be there and when it should be there. Ask about any aspects of the work you are unsure of and ask for more details when needed. Be involved with your project. When dealing with changes, ask, is the change necessary? What are the other options? Even necessary changes typically have multiple potential paths forward. Make sure the one you take is the one you want. This is where keeping the extra bids comes in handy. Review the other bids to help you vet material costs and other cost changes. Do you have funds for the change? Once work is complete, walk through the area with the contractor. Make sure the finished work matches what was agreed upon. Make sure the form and function meet the specifications in your contract. Go through the punch list process. Walk through the project site, having both parties sign the checklist or scope of work, indicating both parties are fully satisfied. Have both parties initial completion of major aspects of the project. Staying involved and engaging in regular communication with your contractor during the entirety of your project, and especially during closeout, is key to your success.
It's not necessarily necessary to be in touch with the client every day, but I would say at least every other day. And it also depends on the complexities of the project.
It is super important to be involved in a project. As contractors are doing work, we all know that some people just take shortcuts, and those shortcuts cost you along the way. So you just have to be adamant when they are putting in plumbing to say, hey, only do 15%, and I'm gonna check behind this 15%, and then we'll go forward and do another 15%. Just being very involved in the project. If they are putting up new walls, or new electrical, say, hey, before you drywall, I want to see those actual new wires that were put in place, because they can tell you anything, especially if you're not present along in the project. And Gooch and his team were super good with just involving me in the project and making sure that I'm aware of everything that was going on. I was aware of scheduling as far as when city permits were coming in to check over, city inspectors were coming in to check over permits and things like that. So they were very good in communicating and just keeping us involved in the project. So that just made us super comfortable too. You have to, like I said, just be present. And if a contractor doesn't want you to be present, to me, that is kind of a red flag. You should be proud of the work that you're doing as a contractor and want to show us along the way what you are completing.
And so the punch list then is a tool that will help the contractor and the owner have that, again, shared expectation of the work that still remains, and give a goal for the project team to really understand, once we complete these items, that the project is complete, retainage can be released, and the project can be closed out.
Construction projects can seem daunting, especially for those working with the budgets and schedules of early child care providers and educators. However, with some planning and work up front, based on what you learned in this series, you can set you and your project up for success.